Greetings everybody and welcome back to another episode of Serious Curious Adventures in Bevo Tech Pack. I look quite fancy. Let me actually get my full armor on so you can see the full effect. Oh yeah. I made I forgot what the name is. Fortress armor, I believe. Let's see. I did a lot of research, unlocked a few things. Thaumic Fortress armor. It was a little bit expensive to make. I did it on a live stream yesterday, but it's basically just some Thaumic armor, which you make out of Thaumic ingots, and then you infuse them with a bunch of things. So nothing too special, but I had to unlock a few warp things. So I'm getting worse warp effects at the moment. Still not terrible, but they are getting kind of bad. But this armor is kind of like diamond. I have a few nice enchantments on it. I have repair 2 on it. I also combined the helmet with my goggles so I can actually see stuff. I have repair 2 on this one as well, which is awesome. So lots of cool things. And what else did I do? Let's go over to the Thaumcraft room real quick. I don't think I did too much else. Except for researching some things. I think I showed you the shock wand. Yeah, I did. Oh, I made this little guy here, the primal charm. That thing is very interesting. Apparently, if you hold it in your hand, it will sometimes talk to you, or it will change something. It will, like, you know, display like a message at the bottom or something like that. And it's supposed to help you finding more researchers. Let's actually get some food in here. So I need some. So I'm just carrying this guy around. You can also use it in like some crafting materials, but I'll just leave it on me for now so I can actually see if I can unlock something or not. I did, however, create a new room on the opposite side of our little flower room here. I have now an enchanting room. Nothing fancy. I don't like the design a lot, but I had to do this because the spawner room is on the side, and I assume I'm gonna make a second one over here. So I just copied the both sides. Those are actually black redstone lamps, kind of interesting. So yeah, nothing too fancy. We have our pylons here, so we don't need bookshelves. I'm actually splitting up the essence I get from here now, 50-50 into mob essence and liquid experience points. So if we like have enough mob essence, we can actually get experience points. So yeah, I guess, well, you can't really see it. I don't want to break it right now, but behind here is a drum with liquid experience points, and it just keeps filling this up. So if I stand here and take some, it would refill. So yeah, so I've been doing some enchanting here. Got the auto disenchanter in case I have like enchantments I don't like. I can just dump it in here and it will remove it from the item and also put it on the book so we don't actually lose it. And so I put most of the enchantments I got here and I'm not using right now into this little compartment, which is a pretty cool item. It's from Binnie Core, which is the mod that contains extra bees and trees and stuff like that. It's like this one is a bronze compartment. You can upgrade them a little bit. And it gives you like a few tabs of items. So each one, what is that? 5x5 in this case. And then you have like 8 different tabs. You can like change the icon on it. You can change the color for the tab. You can give it a name. All kinds of cool things. Really cool if you just want to store some things. The diamond one is really big. I believe the diamond one, which is the highest tier, has like 400 slots in total. I don't know. One thing I did with Thaumcraft, one of the latest liquid, the latest alchemy research is liquid death. So I made some of this, and I kind of screwed it up, but not quite. If you place it down, if enemies touch it, they die slowly over time, and if they do, they might drop those fragments here, crystallized essence. And basically, depending on what monsters are made out of, for example, the spider has, I believe, Perdicio and Bestia. So they have a chance to drop those essences, which is worth one of whatever aspect it is. Which is kind of cool for like if you want to smelt this down or use it in a cauldron and you want to have a precise number, you can use those to do some fine tuning, I guess. The problem is if you place it down, you can't actually pick it up again because this kind of spreads out. So messed it up a little bit. But it's okay. Like if I spawn mobs, they usually tend to touch it. Right now I have skeletons in here, I believe. They sometimes don't really fall into it. Is that gonna work or not? Did I turn it on? Oh, wow. Server was a little bit laggy. Now it's off. So you can see they slowly die. I do have the grinder on right now. I put a lever over there so I can turn it off in case I just want to use the liquid stuff. And then this vacuum hopper would pull them and collect them. So I've been doing that for a while. Pretty easy to do. I made a few more safari nets. So I have like a spider, enderman, skeleton. I used it for like cows and chicken to get some things. It's really nice to have this stuff to easily get a lot of materials really quickly. So yeah, that's what I've mostly been doing. I finally got the basalt research, and this one lets you, if you bask in this, it temporarily protects you from the warp effects, which is nice because they're getting quite bad. So I don't mind having some kind of protection for that. But besides that, I don't think I did much new in Thaumcraft or anything. So I've been mostly trying to move our machines over still. It's a long progress, or I'm making it a long progress for some reason. I got some out of here, which is good. Those 3, for example, I don't think I'm going to set them up here. I actually don't know, like, this is farms, which includes mob farms. I don't know what... See, that's the thing. I don't know if this should be just mob farms or if this should be like tree farms and stuff too. Because then we have the magic one over here, which is going to be Thaumcraft and blood magic mostly, I guess. So there might not actually be too much over here. Then we have our machineries and ore processing. And then I have another one here, which I don't even know what to do with yet. This could be like another thing, but I'm having a hard time figuring out what I would put in there, because most things I can think about would fall into one of those 3 categories. So I might, yeah, I don't know. I might move like monster farms and animal farms, make them separate somehow. Or like tree farms or something. Like bee stuff could be over here, including tree farms and stuff like that. I don't know. I have to think about this. Maybe I come up with something, or maybe I'm missing something right now, and then later on I'll be like, oh, good thing I have another hallway, because we only have 4. But yeah, I've been mostly working on the machines. By the way, if I sound a little bit tired right now, it's 5 AM I think, and I am quite tired. But I've been working on this stuff here, and I just wanted to give you kind of like a work in progress thing. Before I make too much progress, it's gonna be too complicated to explain and stuff. And I'm actually having a hard time figuring out how I want to set this up. Last time I explained how I did the oh, why is this here? How I did the ore processing by having those interfaces, and I tried to look online what other people do. I can't really find anything different. I think most people do something very similar, or they just use export buses directly to the machine. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to use the export buses really, because I like how compact those cables here are, so I like to use the Ender IO cable, but we'll see. I might have to redesign the whole room. But for now it works. So I've been doing that, and oops, let me put on my jetpack, otherwise I can't get up there. And it's been going fine for like those 3 machines here. We have the smelter, enrich machine, and I added the crusher now. It's not hooked up to anything, so no recipes are being used right now. I can put it manually, like stuff in manually, and it will get pulled out into the AE system, but it doesn't automatically process anything at the moment. And this is another issue I'm gonna have. If I want the AE system to know, for example, how to make glass, let's just say that, that would involve, let's say we don't even have cobblestone. It would involve turning cobblestone into sand, probably through the pulverizer, because that's what the main, I think that's what the main output is. Yeah. And then use the sand in like a smelter, for example, to smelt glass. Well, the issue is that I can't tell at the way I have it set up, I can't tell the pulverizer, for example, that it can turn cobblestone into glass. Cobblestone into sand using ME cable because there's no room here. So I don't know. And then I would also have to have a recipe here somewhere that says if you insert sand, you will get glass. And you do that by using those interfaces, similar to what we have here, where we have those patterns inside. You will put an interface next to the machine you would want to use, and then have a pattern in there that says craft 1 glass with 1 sand. And the ME system doesn't care how it happens, it just knows, okay, whatever I'm attached to is going to turn this piece of sand into a piece of glass. So here, take it, do something, and then give me back glass. Which requires me to put a storage or an interface here. So I don't know. I don't think this is gonna work. And I've been trying to think about how I did that on the old map because I had a very similar setup. But on the old map, we actually had the ME and the IO cable, so it wasn't a problem because you could occupy the same space again using NIO cable and ME cable. But we don't have that in this version, so this whole room I might have to switch up. I probably need more space in between. I probably need an interface at the back at least, so I can give it 8 recipes or something, custom ones. And then if I need more than that, then I'll just make a second machine with a second interface. Otherwise, it's gonna be too complicated. I don't know. It's gonna be tricky. So right now I can't do it though, because if I would do that here, there's no way you could walk by in between those blocks. And already actually it feels really cramped. If we had a full row here right now, and you would ever have to go in here and check out things, it's really, I don't know, it gives me anxiety just walking through there because it's so tight. So we could move the second row on this side and maybe facing this way, so they're looking at each other. So we have 3 block space here, and then behind there we can have the interfaces and stuff. Same on this side. Maybe, I don't know. I think that might work. I have to think about this. But what I've been doing right now is adding, just making some sand and a little bit of gravel, because when you pulverize cobble, you get gravel as a byproduct. I think it's 10% chance or something. And I used the Ignis extruder at first. It's actually not working right now. It's actually disabled. Well, it's still active, but I'm not using it as input. I actually found a better way to do a cobblestone generator, at least a faster way, because let's see how fast this is. You see, plop, plop. So it's not super fast. This over here is my current cobblestone generator, and this is a cool thing I saw someone do in a Crash Landing episode, and I didn't even know that thing exists, or that mechanic exists. So I have a vanilla cobblestone generator here, lava meets water and then creates a block of cobblestone. And now if you look at the chest, it's at least quicker than the Ignis extruder. It's filling up with cobblestone. So how does that work? Well, I'm using a transfer node from Extra Utilities, and that one can mine blocks. Right now I have a world interaction upgrade, and apparently if you put it on a cobblestone generator, I guess it knows that it is one. Maybe I don't know, and it instantly mines it. You don't even see it disappear, so it doesn't cause any lags or anything. Normally if you have a vanilla cobblestone generator, you would know that if you break this, it takes 1 to 2 seconds before stuff starts flowing again. It creates a new block, blah 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 blah. So yeah, just a transfer node, world interaction upgrade, and that's about it. It creates cobblestone. I tried to add the speed upgrades, so you can make speed upgrades here. I don't know. I also tried the stack upgrade, which usually means that it can pick up more blocks at once. But the speed one actually slowed it down. I don't know why, but I guess the whole cobblestone generator method is a little bit different than other things. I don't know. And right now I have it set to, I have a NIO cable there as well. I'm gonna put like a facade over it. And you can see it's blue. That's because I'm actually using a blue channel this time, because I don't want this cobblestone to go everywhere, right? I don't want the cobblestone to actually end up in like one of the smelter, for example, and unless I want to, but right now I don't. So I actually have, I'm using a blue channel, so the cable goes through all the other ones, but it's only the can I not click this? The pulverizer right now has it set to blue too. I think I just placed the cable. Yeah, there. Kind of weird. So I'm using that right now, and I'm just filling it into this crystal chest. I actually went over to Eltanon's base, just snooping around, seeing what he does, and I saw he uses a lot of those crystal chests, and I think they look kind of cool. I remember they were causing lags on the client side, not on the server side. But I'm not using a ton of them, and they might have fixed that, I don't know. But yeah, so I'm using them just so you know what's inside, I guess. It looks kind of neat. And I connected the storage bus at the top just so the ME system can communicate with this chest, so it actually knows, okay, we have this amount of sand. So if I actually go over here and look for sand, if the server would let me. So 856, 857, so it's actually counting up. Which is awesome. So if I want to craft something, it knows that. And again, that's another reason why I need ME cables over here. I didn't plan on having ME cable stuff here, that's why I used the NIO stuff, but yeah. But since it's here already, I guess I will use it for the interfaces too. So gonna have to move this a little bit. So another thing I'm just working on right now is, now that I have cobblestone, I want to set up one for, well, I want to set up an igneous extruder for obsidian and just fill the chest too. The reason why I'm not pumping this directly into the AME system is because right now there's no mechanic to tell it, hey, we have, you know, like 2000 sand, please stop making more sand, otherwise our AME system will be full. Oh, you feel oddly drained. Flux flu, yay, warp effects. So scary. So that's why I just dump it out into the chest, because when it's full it will stop, and using the storage bus we can still access it in the ME system. So it's a little bit nicer. It's like separated from the main system. It doesn't block our drives over there. So what I've been doing, like I said, I want to make obsidian. So I'm gonna get an igneous extruder. What's it called? Aqueous accumulator. So many weird names in this mod. That can just produce water all the time. And then for the lava, that is something I saw at Eltanon's base as well. I didn't even think about that, because I was like, if I want an obsidian generator, I should get a pump and start pumping lava from the nether. But no, you can just use a magma crucible. And, oh, is it? Yeah, I think it's called a magma crucible. I already made one. And that guy is just, it uses cobblestone to create lava. So I can do the same thing, where I basically add, where did it go? I just give it power, and I give it a cable, and then I have to go down here, because apparently it's not hooked up properly. Insert blue, which is the cobblestone one. And then there it is. And it will very slowly create lava for us. And then I can add a... do I have any on me? I'm probably just blind. No, I don't think I have any. Maybe in my bag. Yes, some flute, conduits, same space, and move this into an igneous extruder. I guess I could even use this guy. So let's just move this over right now. Why not? It looks almost kind of complicated. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! What is this? It tries to connect to the ME cable? That is something I haven't seen yet. Interesting. Does that work? Huh, I might have to investigate that. That might... Oops. That might help us with some things? I don't know. But yeah, we can just do insert. But then we also need a second one for water, which is again... Oh, wow, I need to set this to input. Is that gonna work? That's the bottom one, right? Oh. I don't think I have set the pipe yet. Come on. Ugh. Fluids. Extract. Always. I should at least give it lava. No, it doesn't. Oh, okay. Because output. Oh. Can you do output and input? God damn it. Okay. So there are definitely things I need to do. Yeah. So we do need more space. That's the conclusion here. Like, so many examples right now. How do I get... whatever. Okay. Sometimes the NIO is a little bit tricky to remove again if you only want to remove one thing at a time. But yeah, I'm gonna mess around with this. Very talky episode, I know, but I just wanna go over a few things. It always helps to say things out loud when you do this stuff. What happened here? I need this back. So yeah, I guess the conclusion here is I definitely need to space this out better. I really like this system though, and I think it looks kind of cool. I used the Enlightened clear glass here for this, and I'm gonna expand this probably, most likely, since we're gonna only have 2 rows here. That's not gonna be enough for all the machines we want. Sometimes I feel like I should have built on the surface, because I feel like it's a little bit easier to build just the structure. I don't know, it has ups and downs, I guess, but like every time I need a new room I need to dig out a lot before I can actually do something with it. That takes a while, but yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I know we didn't do much this episode, but like I said, I think it's important to know how we should do it, and I think we kind of got an idea how to do it now. So it's gonna take some time here to rearrange and get this set up properly, and I'm gonna have to investigate this. Does that work with item ducts too? No. Interesting. Maybe it's just a bug. I don't think we can actually use that somehow. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed anyway. Maybe that little trick here is something new that will help you out. Look how full it already is. And I'm actually curious if it's gonna keep up with filling... Why do you not have power? Filling the magma crucible and the pulverizer at the same time. I think it should, because especially the magma crucible is really slow. And I'm probably gonna set up the aqueous accumulator down here for the water. But yeah, we'll have to move it. Alright, well, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully I have more done next episode. And I'll see you then. Bye bye.